Steve Burns from Blue's Clues may no longer be a children's show host, but he still wants to hear from you. Burns became a household name in 1996 when he starred in Nickelodeon's Blue's Clues at the age of 22. The show quickly became a sensation, skyrocketing to #1. Despite the success, Steve viewed his time on the show as a personal experience. "It always felt like a very small and personal experience to me," he told People in December 2022. "It was me and a camera. And in my mind, it was me in a conversation with one other human being." In 2000, he abruptly left the show when his character went off to college, passing the torch to his on-screen brother, Joe, played by Donovan Patton. For years, Steve remained quiet about his departure, until he opened up in 2021, revealing the real reason behind his exit: struggles with mental health. "It was my job to provide America's children with self-esteem, but I didn't always have my own approval," he told Today in April 2024. Burns admitted to dealing with severe depression while filming Blue's Clues, and explained that maintaining constant joy and enthusiasm became emotionally draining. "I didn't know it yet, but I was the happiest depressed person in North America," he said. "After years and years of going to the well without replenishing it, there was a cost." After leaving Blue's Clues, Steve embarked on a long journey of healing. One of his greatest tools for recovery came from his former character, Steve, whom he allowed to become his greatest teacher. "I simply did what Steve did every single day, which was stand there and look someone in the eye and ask, 'Will you help me?'" he said. "That is the great lesson that Steve taught me. There is no shame in asking for help." In September 2024, Steve told the New York Times that the physical and emotional exhaustion also played a significant role in his decision to leave. "I wish there was a sexier answer," he said, explaining that most of his time filming was spent alone in front of a green screen. "I was in every take of every shot every day, with no other actors or props or anything, just standing in a void for years and years." Rumors about Steve's death circulated for years after he left the show, which worsened his mental health. "When a zillion trillion people all think you're dead for 15 years, it freaks you out," he told The Times. Steve made a triumphant return in 2022, reprising his role for Blue's Big City Adventure on Paramount+, where he joined the current Blue's Clues hosts, Donovan Patton and Joshua Dela Cruz. The film introduced a more mature version of his character, one that Steve was excited about. "I've never enjoyed being Steve more than I do now," he told Variety in November 2022. "I get to wear a trench coat. It's like Grover meets Columbo, a clown character. That's really freeing somehow." Since returning, Steve has formed close friendships with Patton and Dela Cruz. "We really are friends," he said. "We actually do see each other socially. And we would be friends even if we weren't on the show." In May 2023, Steve returned once more for an episode titled, "The Case of the Missing Thinking Chair." Today, Steve continues to embrace his role as a supportive figure for others, often using social media to connect with his fans. In March 2024, he went viral on TikTok after posting a video checking in on his followers and asking them to share what was happening in their lives. This digital version of Steve's signature phrase, "What's going on?" has become a way for him to carry forward the spirit of Blue's Clues, adapting it to adult life. The show was always about respect, and always about communicating with the home viewer from a place of understanding, and without condescension, he explained to Today. "Back in the day, that meant talking about shapes and colors, but now we're talking about the pandemic, student loans, and adulting." Steve moved away from New York and now lives in the Catskill Mountains, leading an off-grid lifestyle. "I harvest all of my own photons every day, so I'm not connected to the electrical grid in any way," he shared with the New York Times. Despite his peaceful life in the mountains, Steve continues to use TikTok as a platform to engage with fans, often posting thoughtful, quiet videos that encourage reflection. After the 2024 election, a video of him simply breathing garnered over 6 million views. Burns admitted, though, that he's cautious about the impact his presence might have on his followers. I worry that these TikToks are making me seem like a therapist or someone who has some kind of greater understanding, he said. My hope is that I just come off as a fellow passenger on the struggle bus, an ally,